So renting your house out could be one of the best ways to make some additional income. Whether you bought it to rent it out or maybe you're moving and you plan to rent your house out. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about how much should you charge to rent your house out. All right, so there's multiple ways that you can rent your house out, whether you put it on like a short-term rental like an Airbnb or VRBO, or you're just gonna do it for a long-term rental. There's several ways to do it. Let's just talk first about short-term rental. You know, one of the easiest ways to figure out what a house is renting for by the night, if you're looking short-term rental, is going on Airbnb.com and putting in, some similarities, some traits, some filters of what your house has. When I say filters, does it have a kayak or a hot tub or an outdoor shower? Is it beachfront? Is it mountain view? And then how many people it will sleep? And that's really it, and what your house would actually demand each night. So the fastest way to do that is go to Airbnb.com. Next is more of a long-term rental situation. This is a little bit easier. You can find this out by going like Realtor.com or Zillow.com or Redfin.com. I'm actually gonna show you a live example of what a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house will rent for, and say, for instance, like Palm Bay, Florida. And you can do the same exact thing for your house. All right, so I'm gonna pull up Zillow.com, Google Zillow, and then I told you Palm Bay, Florida. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up Palm Bay, Florida, and then open that up. And then I'm gonna go not for sale, but for rent. And then I'm gonna do done. And then I wanna see how many beds and baths. So let's just say you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and click done. And then we're looking for houses only. And looks like I have 2 that pop up in the area. Actually, no, there's quite a few. Actually, 108 houses for rent currently in Palm Bay, Florida. Let's just see what's come on the market in the last several days. Let's just look one day. Nothing, okay. Let's just look at what's happened in the last 14 days, 2 months. There we go, 25 results. So let's see if I can reduce that a little bit more to 7 days. Done. All right, 22 results, a little bit more manageable. So again, we want to look at existing comps. Let's just say that your house is down here in the southeast section, or actually that would be more of the southwest section because it's just west of 25, but there's nothing over here. Maybe your house is over here. So what you're gonna have to do is look over a 12-month time frame and see, and there's nothing at all over here. So that just tells you there's nothing available. So if you can't find exactly in your area, you're gonna have to go through a further time frame. So for this example, let's just look at the last 7 days. Done. And then let's just say your house is in this section right here. So I'm gonna individually click on each and every single one of these, and I'm gonna use an actual comparison of what I have currently. So I'm gonna pull up a Word document and I'm gonna put in $2,500 a month, and I'm gonna divide that by the 1260 square foot. So this is a way to dial in exactly what you can get as far as a price per square foot. So let's open that up. 2,500 divided by 1260 square feet equals, I'm gonna pull up my calendar, or not my calendar, my calculator, 2,500 divided by 1260, and they are asking for $1.98 a square foot. So rental's a little harder because you actually are looking what's actually on the market for rent currently. A lot of times you can't see what's actually rented unless you call a realtor, which a lot of times realtors can be a tremendous amount of help for you. So that's one thing I recommend is just knowing that these are actually on the market. So if you want to get an average, you just keep going through them. So next, let's go back. All right, I clicked the bottom, so we're gonna just work from right to left. So you got one for $2,200 a month, and that one is $1,689. So I'm gonna go back to my Word doc, $2,200 a month divided by $1,689, and that equals 2,200 divided by 1,689 square feet, and that is $1.30 a square. I'm only gonna do 3 of these just for an example, and then I'm gonna divide them all up. I'm gonna add them all up and divide them by 3 so we can kind of see the average here. So just for time purposes, I'm only doing 3. All right, guys, before I go any further, definitely smash that subscribe button, and then also turn the notifications to all and share this with someone trying to rent out their house. So let's just do the next one. $2,200 a month divided by 1556. And another thing you want to do is you want to make sure that your property is comparable to what it's showing here in this example. So if you've got a pretty rundown property, this one is probably not going to be a good example because it looks like a nicer, newer kitchen, looks like granite countertops, maybe older cabinets that were redone. But if you're looking at like a mobile home that's completely run down with dirty old stinky carpet, this is not a good comparison. So you want to do very comparable properties, 3-bedroom, 2 baths, and then let's just say that yours is around 1556 square foot. Now, if yours is larger or smaller, you can actually go in here, and I'll show you a way to go in to Zillow and lower the square footage. So 2200 divided by 1556, 2200 divided by 1556 square feet equals $1.41 a square foot. And let's just say your house is, I don't know, 1700 square foot. So somewhat comparable to these. So we're gonna add them all up, $0.41 plus 1.30 plus 1.98, and that equals $4.69. If you take them all three and add them up, and now you want to divide it by 3, that gives you an average of $1.56 a square foot. So average 1.56 a square foot, and you're going to multiply that by 1,700 square foot. So let's multiply that by 1,700 square foot. We can rent out our house for $2,657 per month. Here you have it. You can rent your house out for $2,657 per month. When you're asking how much should I rent my house out for, you got a 1,700 square foot house. Another way you can narrow this down, let's just say you only want to see 1,700 square foot houses. So that way you're definitely getting the exact same size house, the exact comparable. So what you can do is you can do from 1,500 to, let's just say yours is 2,000. So 1,500 to 2,000. So that's going to give you within about a 500 square foot difference. So that will take it down to 12 results. That is what I recommend, as long as it's in the same area, like within about a mile or 2 away. You want to be as close to like apples to apples comparison as possible and the same size as possible. Same bedrooms and baths, and that's going to show you an average of about $2,657 per month when you're trying to figure out how much you should rent your house out for. So check out my next video just above here, how to figure out if an investment property is profitable.